I have completed your AI voice assistant app.
Hello. Have you ever wondered how you could make your very own AI voice assistant on your very own web page? Well, I'm going to show you how to do this using OpenAI Codex. Please stay tuned to see how I do this and subscribe to this channel and like this video, comment on this video. Without further ado, this is Jay Techie. Let's get started. So, to use OpenAI Codex, I have a ChatGPT Plus subscription, and then once you have a Plus subscription, Codex will show up on the left-hand menu sidebar. I went ahead and clicked Codex, and then also what you have to do is you need to go to GitHub and create a fresh repository for your project. And so I created a voice assistant repository. It's an empty project ready to be built, and so that I can select it in Codex. In order to do that, you need to set up a new environment in the Codex settings, selecting your fresh repository project. And then after that, you should be good to go. As you can see now, there is the Codex screen here displayed, and what you need to do is you need to select your empty project from your repository, which I have already done. I made a repository called AI Voice Assistant, which is, again, it's an empty project so that Codex can start from scratch. And now what I need to do is I need to make a prompt prompting Codex on how to make this voice assistant. Well, actually, more like that I want it to make an AI voice assistant. All right, let me go ahead and get that prompt ready, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have constructed the prompt, and what I did is I actually had Codex from my OpenClaw AI assistant go ahead and produce this prompt for this Codex project today. And so I'm going to go ahead and go over this prompt. All right, it says Codex prompt. Create a complete beginner-friendly project called AI Assistant using Codex. Build a simple web-based AI assistant. Lets the user click the mic button, capture speech from the browser, converts speech to text, sends the text to an AI model, gets a response back, reads the response out loud in the browser. Tech stack: HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Node.js, plus Express for the backend. Functional requirements: front-end page with title, microphone button, transcript box, a response box, status indicator, 2. Browser speech recognition for voice input. Use web speech API if available. Browser speech synthesis for text-to-speech output. Backend API chat endpoints. Accepts user text, returns AI response JSON. Make model provider easy to swap, which it will default to OpenAI model, and then it will also allow me to switch to other models when I add that later, and have dot example and also an env file, because the .env file stores things like the API keys that need to be secret, that should not be submitted to GitHub. And then it says these important constraints such as make this project easy to explain on YouTube, keep code simple, add comments where helpful, avoid it says avoid TypeScript for this version. That's interesting. That's okay. It says do not add authentication yet. That's fine. And so it will do modern dark UI, a large mic button, and I look forward to seeing this. It's probably going to look pretty interesting. And then it's going to use a backend, which will use Express, use environment variables for API key and base URL and file structure. It will have the server, and then it will have the public files, and then project overview, features, setups, steps, how to run locally, how to configure API key. And that's important where when you're building projects is have it explain how to run it, and it will give you a step-by-step way on how you can do that, especially if you're not familiar with the architecture that it builds the application from. And so, write production usable starter code, but optimized for clarity because this is for a tutorial demo. Alright, so let me go ahead and press the enter button and see what it comes up with. Alright, so I have submitted that task to the AI voice assistant, and it's going to be working for us. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look here, and it looks like it's working, and it will take a little bit for it to engineer this process for us, but I'll be right back as soon as there's something to update with this. All right. Okay, so it looks like the task is finished. I'm gonna go ahead and click on the task, and it has created code and everything that we need. I'm going to go ahead and press the create pull request button, and that's basically taking me to view the place where I can approve the code to be submitted to the repository. And then I'm not going to really look at it right now, but I'm going to go ahead and merge the pull request, and then I'm going to confirm the merge. All right, and now what I'm going to go and do is I'm going to go to the repository and take a look at what it has produced. All right. Okay, so what I did was I opened the downloaded code in Visual Studio Code, and in this I will attempt to run the project. So within Visual Studio Code, you can also open a new terminal window, and I opened the new terminal here. And so once you open the new terminal window, I'm going to actually type in the setup. So it says npm install, so I'm going to go ahead and hit npm install in the terminal. Okay. And so I've done that. And it says to go ahead and configure the env example file. So I'm going to go ahead and get my chat GPT API key and go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and set it in the env file. So just give me a couple of seconds. Alright, so I'm at the repository here where I had Codex create the AI voice assistant, and now let's see what it has done. So it says, so it created these files here. They have the public file, and they have the HTML file there for me. And now let's go back, and they also made the server.js file, and they have the if example. So I would put my API key there, and this will be the base URL, and then my model will be there, and the system prompt is, you are a friendly AI voice assistant. Keep responses concise, clear, helpful for beginners. Alright, so okay, we can take that, and it says the actual project is 65.3% written in JavaScript, and then CSS and HTML like it said. Alright, so it has the README here. A beginner-friendly starter project for building a web-based AI voice assistant. This app lets you click on the microphone button, speak into your browser, and send transcripts to an AI model. This project is designed for tutorials and a demo video. And so let me see how I will actually run this. So alright, it gives me the setup commands where I would download the source code, and then within the source code folder I will type in the npm install, and then I'll configure the .env file, supplying the API key, and then I'll do an npm start, and then that will start the project for me. And it says the backend and it says I can swap model providers. The backend uses one helper function and OpenAI compatible request format. This makes migration easier for future tutorials, such as adding other providers. So it has a function in the code that allows switching of being built out to be the switch compatibility, basically. And so we have that. Now let me go ahead and follow the setup instructions. I'll be right back. So it says to run this command in order to create your .env file, and that's going to be the real file where you put your API key, which I have already set in the real.env file. And if you want to know how to do that, you can reference the .env.example file, where it will show you what you need to put, which is you put your API key in this space there. Alright, and now the next thing I need to do is I need to go ahead and run it by entering npm start. So I'm gonna go ahead and run that, and I'll bring up that site for you. Alright, when I ran the npm start, it actually ran the site at localhost 3000, and this is what the app looks like. AI voice assistant using Codex, click the mic, speak naturally, and hear the AI response. All right, we're testing this for the first time in front of you guys, and let's go ahead and try it. All right, I am using Chrome now, and when I hit the mic button, it brought up this notification, allow the use of microphone, and I put allow the use of microphone, and it looks like it's listening to me right now. Hello, AI. I'm talking to my YouTube video audience as I'm testing you right now. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing well, thank you. It sounds like you're testing out your microphone for your YouTube video. If you have any questions or need help with your setup, feel free to ask.
Great. It looks like you're working just fine. And it's great to be able to talk to you in real time.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here to help you. What can I assist you with today?
All right. So it looks like it's actually working here. Let me go ahead and think up some test questions for it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna ask it a few questions. Hello, what are some
Hello, how can I assist you today?
what are some features that I can add to this application? This is a AI voice assistant application, and you have a transcript, and an AI response box, and the microphone feature. What else can I add to this application?
Here are some features you could consider adding to your AI voice assistant application. 1. Multi-language support. Allow users to communicate in different languages. 2. Voice customization. Let users choose different voice profiles or accents. 3. Integration with smart devices. Control smart home devices like lights and thermostats. 4. Reminders and alarms. Set reminders or alarms through voice commands. 5. Weather updates. Provide real-time weather information. 6. Calendar integration. Access and manage calendar events. 7. Music playback control. Control music apps using voice commands. 8. Search functionality. Allow users to search the web for information. 9. Note taking. Enable users to take notes or create to-do lists. 10. Personalized responses. Tailor responses based on user preferences and history. 11. Context awareness. Remember context from previous interactions for a more natural conversation. 12. Accessibility features. Include options for users with disabilities, like speech-to-text for those who can't speak. These features can enhance user experience and make your application more versatile.
All right. Well, that's all I wanted to show you guys today. Well, try making an AI assistant for yourself and let me know what it can do in the comments. All right. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and this is Jay Techie. And as always, peace.